Hi Libra, welcome to your end of April 2019 general tarot reading. It's Raina here, and I actually just did your May reading for relationships. I mean for people who are in relationships. And so when I was deciding which sign to do, you came into my mind first and foremost. So as I record this, I'm saying next week to mean at the end of next week, my time, which is going to be on April 19th, there's going to be a full moon, second of two of them, 29 degrees of Libra. So this is like it, Libra. You're really coming to some kind of a head with something in your life, something that you need to like just drop. It could be a relationship, could be the end of a behavior that is self-defeating. I don't know. We're going to see. I mean, this is going, you know, the end is the beginning. But things could be coming to a head for you in some cases. So let's see what the cards illustrate here. Okay, the heart of the matter is the Seven of Swords. This is a card that can be some sort of theft, but you know, I don't know. I read so much. I wish I could say this is my idea, but I might have read this somewhere. But I was thinking of like even intellectual property, because with the swords, we're talking about the air signs like you, Libra, or Gemini and Aquarius, but you guys are dealing with thoughts and ideas, it could be, but this could be in the workplace, that somebody is stealing your ideas. This can also be in personal relationships, somebody cheating. You know, I picked the Rider-Waite deck because the Pamela Coleman illustrations are bar none, you know. I mean, they're just so evocative. And this person looks totally sketchy, you know, the way that they are behaving. But this sometimes is actually a card that's associated with going your own direction, that may be like kind of deviating from what is going on. So you may want to part ways with a company, and yet you don't want to burn any bridges. So this could be the Seven of Swords. Sometimes can be kind of easing yourself out of a situation without drawing attention to yourself, and without kind of burning those bridges, getting, you know, having drama connected to it. So it could just be that you don't want to, maybe you're going off and doing your own thing, and you want that sense of being able to return if you have to, or if you have some connections in the industry, you don't want other people to, you know, blackball you or something like that. And yeah, I mean, let me see what else I can say about that. In a relationship, getting out of the relationship in a very clever sort of a way that's unobtrusive, that, you know, that doesn't call attention to yourself, because you don't want to stir up drama. You just want to move on with your life. And so that could be what's going on too. The past position, we have the Two of Pentacles. This is a card of perhaps a lot of being spread thin, because you're trying to do two things at once. You have two jobs, for instance. Yeah, that goes along with what I'm saying. Like if you have started your own business and maybe it didn't, you wanted to let it grow, and now it's at the point where you can just do it on on your own. For some reason, consulting popped into my head. I don't know if that's true for any of you, but that could be like you took clients that were working for the company, and you kind of like said, hey, I'm doing my own thing, and here's where I'm at if you want to hook up with me, professionally, work with me. And in terms of personal relationships, when there's a two, I mean, there could be two parties involved that you are kind of dealing with, and maybe you don't want to tell that person, hey, I've been having an affair. So you're like kind of like slinking out into the off into the sunset, or something like that, just trying to keep everything on an even keel. The higher message is the Emperor, and it could be that this is describing why you had to leave, and it might have been because you were dealing with a boss that was kind of autocratic, kind of like a dictator, and it just isn't what you signed up for. That you wanted a relationship that was much more with a boss where you had more say. Looking at it from terms of the Seven of Swords, I mean, maybe this figure was very controlling, and you felt like you didn't have enough of a say, and that's why you're kind of wanting to leave that situation. And the Emperor can also be like, in your personal relationship, somebody who is very controlling, and you just, and even leaving that situation is fraught with, I don't want to say peril, but definitely tension, because you know that this person, maybe he has a very big temper. This card connects with Aries, which is your opposite sign. Again, what about the catalyst of that full moon? Because the sun is going to be at that same 29-degree mark in Aries. So if you're literally dealing with an Aries person as a Libra, you could really be playing out those roles of like, I need to focus on me right now. And also, I need to stop giving away my power. Maybe that's what is really going on here. This is like a time with the full moon, it's cardinal energy, and you're a cardinal sign. Aries is a cardinal sign. That sense of like, I have to do something about this. I can't just sit here anymore. Something has to give. I have to make something happen. The challenge card is the Knight of Swords. This can be a situation where what came into my mind is going from the frying pan into the fire. If you have been seeing somebody else, you may be attracted to a certain type of person, and you're rearranging the chairs on, the deck chairs on the Titanic, because sometimes I think Libra does attract partners who kind of expose your shadow of needing excessive excessive conformity to somebody else, and also fearing conflict. And so you might be attracted to the person who displays a lot of conflict in order to kind of experience that, in order to rebel against it, even though you need to kind of embrace more of this. This person is more of a very in-your-face type of a person. Could very well have Aries in their personality, Knight of Swords, maybe they have a combination of air and fire. And this person tells it like it is, you know, like it or not. And yet they may have other things going on. That's not necessarily a bad characteristic, but it can be a bit rude, a bit too blunt for other people to handle very well. Maybe you don't handle their honesty very well because you find it rather, you might find this person a bit too abrasive, or, you know, just it doesn't sit well with you, and so you kind of push back against it. And yet this person is a truth teller. This person is telling you what is. And maybe there is an aspect within yourself that needs to come out that is more like this. And you are kind of focusing on another person who is, oh my gosh, this person is so rude. And meanwhile, you may be too inauthentic to be able to tell people who you really are. Show people who you really are. And with the Seven of Swords, this could be kind of a tendency that you have, is to kind of try to go along to get along, and then when the heat gets too much, then to kind of disappear into the sunset and attract these types of people into your life. I mean, by the way, this could be like even a boss figure, that you attract these people who are very dogmatic and very much this is how things are, and they're not really respectful of your point of view, but you don't own your power enough. And so you keep experiencing this over and over again. I'm just suggesting that this is some sort of thing. Maybe this is a father issue, daddy issue with the Emperor, that you had a father that was like this, and you attract men like this. And by the way, this could be even like a man who's attracting male romantic figures because of their daddy being like this, and they just attract the same type of man. Okay, what else can I say about this card? If you are in a situation where there is some kind of like work theft, like theft of your ideas, and you're actually consulting a lawyer, be careful about who you entrust your information to. Knight of Swords could be like a rogue lawyer, somebody who is not, doesn't have the best intentions. I know lawyers always have, that's going to be a very rare thing, right? You hear my voice dripping with sarcasm? Okay. The advice is represented by the Judgment card, or what is coming in. To me, the Judgment Day is that full moon in your sign. I think something around that time of the 19th may illuminate things, but also make them come to a head. This is the time when the sun is going over from Aries to Taurus. And, it's happening probably the next day. This is also a card of rebirth, but this is a card of like cause and effect. So that makes me think that if somebody has tried to, steal something from you, they're going to have to face the consequences. So you don't have to worry that somebody is going to get away with something. They're going to pay for it, because it's all about cause and effect. It's not about punishment. It's just like there are universal laws, and they're not. A lot of human laws are flawed because they take too much into consideration. I mean, there's just certain things. It all begins with intention. If somebody is trying to take something from somebody, and they know about that, and they just want to profit from it, and they don't have the ability to come up with something on their own, but they're just like, I don't care, I want to, you know, make money off of this, they're going to have to face the music. There's no question about that in my eyes. And it's not about punishment. You know, in another case, the reason I mention worldly laws is because if somebody, I just heard, I know this is going off on a tangent, but I just heard this song called He's So Fine by the Chiffons. Well, George Harrison was sued because they said that My Sweet Lord was based on that. And I was listening to it and I said, you know, it kind of sounds, there are some similarities, but it's not as blatant as some of these songs where it just seems a complete ripoff. And it could have been like unconscious. And I can't remember if he won or lost that case. I think he might have lost the case, but I'm not, you know, we still have My Sweet Lord out there, and I hear that more than He's So Fine. But that might have been unconscious. We're talking here with the Seven of Swords, of somebody deliberately trying to get one over on somebody, okay? So that's what universal law is about. It isn't about the shades of gray, because there might be, if that person, you know, stole something unconsciously, they heard somebody say something and then they just took it and ran with it. That's not malicious intent. So, but anyway, they will get theirs. And then the outcome is the Three of Pentacles, and this is a card if you're working with others of a great working relationship, like co-workers working together very well. So maybe there's a bad apple that spoiled the bunch, and it's going to be taken care of. Just make sure that you watch out who you are giving all your information to, because they may be either not paying attention to all the details like they should, or they may be a rogue lawyer, I don't know what they call it, arbiter? Somebody who does arbitration. And in personal relationships, this can be that you're leaving a relationship and it's all good because maybe you have met an earth sign, because with that Two of Pentacles could be juggling a relationship with an earth sign. Capricorn is the one that I see first and foremost. Virgo and Taurus are the other earth signs. But building a relationship on a firm foundation with somebody that you really can feel that sense of constancy with. By the way, I always thought that the Emperor should be Capricorn. And there it is. So that might be what's going on too, that it's the higher message. This is the person for you. Okay, that's what I have for you, Libra. Hope that you have a great rest of your month. And if you'd like a personalized reading, please click on the link below. Take care. Bye.